Jason, not career, but season-high strikeouts tonight. Place like this, really hot, sweaty. You guys took the series against number 2 FSU. Can you just take me through those emotions today?
Yeah, we knew today was a must-win game. Winning the series is cool, but we still have a job to do tomorrow, so looking forward to seeing how we come out tomorrow.
You haven't pitched in a weekend series since Pittsburgh with the exam break and then the rain out last week. How did you prep for today's game, and were you concerned at all about the lack of weekends?
Wasn't really concerned. Coach Gaines and Coach Howell did a great job lining me up to be ready to go for today, and just trusting them and doing what they tell me to.
Was there a point tonight that you knew you were on, you knew your stuff was working?
I didn't really feel great tonight. Felt like didn't have my best stuff, but felt like I was able to make some big pitches and just keep attacking the zone, even though, I didn't feel great. But those are the most gratifying games, so it felt really good.
Why didn't you feel great exactly? What do you think was off?
I'm not really sure yet. I'll go back and watch some video, but just didn't really feel like I was all there.
And then, watching, I think we saw a little bit more of an emotive Jason DeCaro after some of those innings. Can you just take me through a few? I know you had runners on, and you got out of the jams. What was that like?
In a place like this, when there's a lot of energy like that, you kind of just feed off of it. And I feel like those were pretty big spots and pretty excited to get out of them. So.
And then Jake told us yesterday that this is a really aggressive lineup for Florida State. How
Absolutely.
did you specifically, with your pitch mix, prep for that?
We knew we didn't have to throw a ton of strikes. They would get themselves out in certain counts. And just knowing that while you're out there, you don't have to lay one in, even if you're behind in the count, like 3-1, 3-0, they'll swing. So that was really nice for us because we know that no matter what the count is, we can go and get an out.
You're not exactly, the punchiest pitcher, have the most punch-outs on the team or in the conference, but with 7 today, just how gratifying is that, especially against some of these caliber bats?
It was nice to see, but once again, we knew they were aggressive, and we knew that we'd be able to strike some guys out. Felt like made some good 2-strike pitches today, better than they have been, so I was pretty happy with that.
What do you think was the best part of your game on the mound tonight?
Just being able to pitch out of big spots. And there's a lot of traffic on the bases when I was out there. And being able to move on and make some big pitches.
7 hits, they only turned that into 1 run. How do you think that says to getting out of those spots and how your game management has evolved?
I think especially recently, it's been much better. Just being able to kind of reset after a hit or a walk after someone gets on and just focus on the next pitch you have to make. Coach Gaines talks about that a lot. Just being able to move on and not focus on it, because if you do, it could snowball into another hit, another walk. So just really trying to stay present.
Is that what those conversations were in the dugout with you and Coach Gaines between innings? He looked like he was hyping you up a lot.
Absolutely, yeah.
When you're in a rolling like that, and it's hot and sweaty and all, how do you stay focused in between innings when you're seeing your teammates go? I noticed you went in the back a couple of times. Is that just a plan to stay away from this and stay focused?
More so just trying to cool off a little bit. I think that's really big when you're playing weather like this, is just cool off and catch your breath a little bit. Thought offense did a great job, let me sit down for a little longer today. That was really nice. And hope they can continue that tomorrow.
Does the New York and you not like this weather?
I love it. This is baseball weather. It's how it's supposed to be.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, great win. It's hard to do that. They have a really, really good team. Jason set the tone. Another really good team win. I thought Jason was outstanding. I think he's been outstanding besides basically 2 starts here. He had his changeup going, which you need against him. And then obviously Duffy coming in there and treating it like a closed situation. And we kept the momentum once we started scoring. We kept, 1 inning, they got 2 quick outs, and then we still got a guy on and we still score. So collectively, 1 through 9, I thought everybody had really good at-bats. Our approaches were really good. Coach Jackson and Coach Weirs have been meeting with our hitters like they always do, and the guys are 100% buying in. And then to see Bass, obviously he's hit some home runs, but that was an absolute bomb.
I think it braced his windshield out there.
It might have, and we I don't know. We'd like to find out how far it is, because in the talks is who's got the farthest one, and Luke's had it, but that might have got it. But again, I'm going to tell the guys to get on the bus. Like, you know, part of being process oriented is you're never celebrating too much success. So we'll go back, take a shower, play at 2 o'clock, which I like. We get a little bit more sleep. Get here tomorrow and try to find a way to win another game.
Can you just speak to the sustained offense of this team? I mean, I think it was 5 consecutive innings, and it wasn't just that you had the big hit. You didn't have the big hit till the very end, but all the little things, the grabbing the extra base, the moving the runners over. Just can you speak to that today?
Yeah, we've been talking about it really since that pit Saturday. Like, hey, we have to do the little things really well, and if you get on base, no matter how it is, it's like a single. So you look at the DH, everybody's like, oh, the DH's been struggling. Okay, well, it has been, but Di got a hit by pitch, and then Angelo worked a walk, and I'm pretty sure we scored in both of those innings. And the guys have completely bought into that. They're not giving ground on hit by pitches. They're staying in. They're extremely coachable. It's a credit to them. Like, it's one thing if you tell guys, hey, here's what our approach needs to be against this guy. Like Coach Weir said, hey, I want you to sell out for the changeup right here. Some guys will do it, some won't. Hopefully enough will, and Bass did that. But collectively, and then Bass got a great bunt down. And that's something that I told the guys. In the bigger games, okay, it's easy when you win 11-1, but we got to win some games 2-1 like we did against West Virginia. And the way you do that is you got to be a situational hit. You have to be able to lay a bunt down. You have to read a dirt ball. So they've bought in completely, and that's why they've had success.
That Pitt series, too, was the last time that Jason had a weekend start. And then you put him on Tuesday because he missed the exam break, and then last week. And you talk about that Jason, he needs to pitch.
Yeah.
How did you see him settle in today? And it seems like he had none of those I haven't pitched in 2 weekends nerves.
You know what? That dude doesn't have nerves. I'm just going to be honest. He didn't have them last year. I mean, so I gave him the ball on Monday night off 2 days rest against LSU. That's why he was able to throw 90 innings as a 17-year-old. And I meant offensively to Boston College. I misspoke because that was a long time ago. We've been pretty dang good since Boston College. If you look at that loss on Saturday, I don't know what our overall record is, but we've been really good as a team. I think Jason is a big game pitcher. I think the bigger the game, the better he is. People forget they want to see 95, 98, and he's still the youngest player on our team, and they're not going to see that yet. Hopefully we'll see it before he leaves here, but we might see it watching TV in the big leagues like Zach Gallen. But he's ultra competitive. He knows situation is too big for him, and with Nap throwing the way he is, that's a dang good feeling to have a guy like that going right behind him.
And then, I mean, they had 7 hits, only turned it into 1 run.
Yeah.
What does that say about how Jason's game management on the mound has evolved?
He's good at that. If you don't get Jason early, it's a lot like Alex White, very similar type pitchers, tough, hard-nosed. And he makes big pitches in big situations. Go back to the College World Series and watch the first inning against Virginia with the bases loaded against Didewick. I think the count went 3-0, and it's fastball, maybe a foul ball, fastball, strikeout. And it's his first outing in Omaha. So I always feel good when Jason DeCaro rolls out there. I think, too, Nap's been so good. I don't think people appreciate how good DeCaro's still been. I mean, he's pitching in the ACC, and it's a really good league. And if you break down his numbers, he's been pretty dang good. And, again, a credit to Coach Gaines and Coach Howell working hard on his changeup. He had a really good changeup tonight. And then out of the blue, he just throws a really good curveball when he needs a strikeout. And I would have sent him back out there, but he had almost a 40-minute sit. You got to take care of kids.
He said he didn't even feel like he was pitching that great. With him saying that, and you want your pitchers to play their best down the stretch, what does that do for just the potential of this pitching staff overall? I mean,
he's just competitive, and he's always going to have the compete factor at the top, and we can learn a lot about that. That's what we tell our kids, that's got to be at the top. You can't be thinking too much. And again, too, our guys know we have a good bullpen, so they don't need to pace themselves. They're going to put their foot on the gas from the first pitch until they're taken out, and that's what all of our starters are going to do. That's what Aiden House is going to do tomorrow. I'm excited to watch him against this lineup because he's been phenomenal as well for us.